And it's always put your trust in it. It's another nigga busting. Yo, what's going on, y'all? I want to crack this shit real quick. I feel the need to address this because I feel like men are still in the slave mentality. I feel like men still don't get it. They still don't understand the rules to the game. They still don't understand the parameters. They still don't understand the monopoly. They still don't understand that you are no exception to the rules. You are no exception to the monopoly. Either play by the rules to win or lose. Those are your options. This life we live is a game. Not a game in general, like life is a game. But at the same time, when you talking about monopoly and trying to win and succeed and all that, it's a game. It's a game, man. And you gotta play it the right way, or you're gonna lose, plain and simple. Plain and simple. Now, I don't know if a lot of these people on these comment sections, on these sports channels, are young or just ignorant, or both. Because when you're young, you know, even though I consider myself still young, you know, but they could be like, shit, 17, 18, who knows? Either way. You got a lot of them saying, Paul Pierce doesn't have to work a day in his life. Then why is he at ESPN if he doesn't have to work a day in his life? ESPN is working for somebody. He needs that $3 million money, apparently. Why do y'all think so many of these athletes go into this sports shit when they retire? Broadcasting. Now, I get it. They doing what they love. I give you that. Let me get this vitamin out before I forget it. Always got to keep that vitamin on my back pocket. Now, I give y'all that. A lot of these sport athletes, when they retire, they not hurting, right? And they broadcast sports because they love to talk about sports and they can get paid for it. But you have to be ignorant to say that, oh, well, he's well off. He doesn't need no money. That's why he works at ESPN, dog. That's a job. A lot of these guys can't make the money they made when they played basketball, so the next best thing, since they don't really have businesses generating that money like that, is sport broadcasting. Now, the slave mentality comes into play when people, for one, think like that. Oh, he don't need no money. He played basketball. Why is it a slave mentality? Because you think automatically, by default, if somebody plays a sport, that they're set for the rest of their life. That's a slave mentality because you don't understand the rules and the parameters of money. And just because you got a $60 million contract, it doesn't mean that you're set for the rest of your life. You got to pay taxes. You got to pay people. You got to pay your agent. And then you got to find a way to make that money grow. That money don't just sit there and just grow just cause. You know what I mean? So the slave mentality is you not understanding how money works, which I'm still learning myself, but at least I understand the basis of it, right? Slave mentality could be any race of guy. It don't matter what color you are. Another slave mentality thing is this. Well, he's just having fun with his friends, and he didn't do nothing to violate his job or whatever. How do you know? How do you know if ESPN don't piss test? Right there, you're wrong. If ESPN makes people piss test, right there, he's wrong. Period. See, y'all still caught up in this, oh man, he just kicking it. It don't matter. It don't matter. Even if they did not piss test. He knows the rules to the game. Oh, if I do this, I can lose endorsements. If I do this, I could lose my job. Let me not do this. You think LeBron James don't understand that if he do some dumb shit, he gonna lose his endorsement deals from Nike? You think he don't understand that? If he don't understand it, he better. because he'll lose his endorsements. It's just sacrifice. It's called being a grown-ass man. Okay, I can't do this, or maybe I could do it, but I can't do it in the public light. I can't let the public know that maybe you're a guy that wants prostitutes or something. I can't let the public light know this because I'll lose my sneaker deal, whatever. I'm just giving y'all an example. But you got young-minded people telling you, oh, you can do whatever you want. You invincible. You LeBron James. You making money. No, it don't work that way. I got to do what I do to keep these endorsement deals. You know what I mean? It's no different than whatever you do in life. You got to do certain things to keep certain things or to get certain things. The slave mentality will tell you, though, oh, no, you don't have to do shit. Or once you get it, you ain't got to do nothing no more. It's all good, man. Everything's all about you. You invincible. That's the slave mentality. Because you don't know no better. That's why he's wrong. I'm not saying he's wrong because he's enjoying his life. I'm not saying that he hurt anybody. But he's wrong because he's putting his life or his job in jeopardy when he could have simply not recorded the shit. That's stupid slave mentality. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. You could defend it, which makes you really look slave mentality. Because now you're defending something that you ignorantly don't understand why the person got fired. You can't even grasp why. Because ESPN can't affiliate theirself with certain things, certain behaviors, because it doesn't look good for their brand. They're not going to sacrifice their brand for one person. ESPN is not going to sacrifice their brand for a worker. The worker should know, just like your job. You think, let's say a truck driving job. You think if you get on fucking live and smoke a weed and shit and your job see it, you think they gonna keep you, motherfucker? Are you serious? No, they not. Because now you putting their brand in jeopardy. Oh, that shit, that one driver that works for, let's say, DTS, some truck company called DTS or something. Oh shit, they had a driver on there smoking weed on live and shit. It don't look good for the brand. So that's why ESPN has to get rid of him. That's why T.I. lost his endorsement deals when he got caught with the guns. And everybody else that gets in trouble. This is why they get kicked off these endorsements. Because the brand is not going to risk losing their brand to keep that person on there. It's even if they wanted to keep the motherfucker on there, you still have to go because the brand is more important to them. If I own my brand and you work for me, my brand is more important to you. Sorry. Doesn't mean that you're not important. I can respect you as the best, treat you as the best worker on earth. But how do we eat, me and you, without this brand? This brand has to feed me and you or other people. So I can't let you destroy the brand or cause harm to the brand or tarnish the brand. Y'all don't get it because you're still in the slave mentality. You don't understand. There's levels. That's why you're quick to defend it. Yeah, okay, I get the part that he's really not doing nothing wrong. He's just having a good time, but he shouldn't have did it live because he knows the rules. He knows if I put this up, there's a good chance I get fired. Why would I do this? And even if he didn't know, he know now. But then again, he know. You know how I know he knows? Because he's an athlete. He understands that if you do certain things, you know, you can lose endorsements or your job. So he knows that. He knows that, man. And men got to wake up to this shit, man. A lot of y'all right now, you want certain things in life. You want to get a better job, but you don't want to sacrifice the pitch test. You know what I mean? You want to get a better woman, but you don't want to sacrifice moving like a better man. All these things must be in count. Oh, you want to save more money, but you don't want to sacrifice going out and kick it every night with somebody. Because you don't want to move on a more grown-up level. That's why you're defending Paul Pierce. Which I am not mad. I get why. I get it. He wanted to have fun. But when it comes to why he got fired, I can't defend that. Because I'm sure he understands. If I understand, and I've never played professional basketball, but I now understand that if you do certain things, that you can lose endorsements or a job, I know for sure he understands it. It goes back to what I said earlier. Imagine somebody who works at a job and they on live smoking weed. A job that really takes a piss test. What do you think going to happen, man? Or is that person just enjoying their life too? Or, one person ignorantly said, Paul Pierce don't need no money. What is he doing? Just doing it for free then? If he don't need no money, do it for free. He work at that sports shit because he need that type of money. That's the only way he can get that type of money, apparently, because if he can get it on his own shit, he would not be working for ESPN unless he's just doing it for the love. But maybe he is. Maybe he has businesses, right? Maybe he does, right? Either way, it does not matter. You know what I mean? You're playing with your bag, man. That's what y'all men not getting. It's like you can't sacrifice not going live on a video smoking weed for your fucking bag. Like, who does that, man? Put your pride to the fucking side. You work for somebody. It is what it is. Imagine LeBron James getting on live smoking weed. It's not going to be a good thing. It's not going to turn out good for LeBron James if he did that. But yet, I guarantee you, these same type of people will defend LeBron James if he did that. Well, not his haters, of course. Not his haters, of course. But my point is this, man. It ain't about if Paul George or Paul Pierce is wrong, like in the eye of, he didn't do anything wrong. He was just having fun. That's not the right or wrong that I'm looking at in the video. My right or wrong is, you know the rules to the bag that you're trying to get at ESPN. So why would you jeopardize that? You got to move the right way. And that's the moral of this video, especially for men who are hard-headed and don't get it, man. Thinking you can move any way you want as a man. You can't do that. You can. The same rules apply to you as a man. The same rules and the same parameter of the game. You want to win this game of life? Then you got to play by the rules, but you got to make sure when you play by the rules that you do it to your best benefit. If I'm Paul Pierce, man, I know if I post this video smoking weed, it's going to jeopardize my contract at ESPN. I'm not doing that. Why? Why would I do it? But yet you have men defending this. That even makes it worse. You don't even understand. Why would you defend that? How can you not see this? That's slave mentality shit. The slave mentality, oh man, he ain't doing nothing. Why they mad? It's always somebody trying to do something. No, you don't get it. Sometimes you got to sacrifice. Oh, but it's controlling them. Not really. Not really. If he didn't post a video, they probably wouldn't have done nothing because it wouldn't bother their brand. The problem is now if you keep this dude after him posting that, it could bother their brand. It could actually destroy their brand for them still employing them. And that's why they don't sign Kaepernick. Why we at it? This is why they don't sign Kaepernick, because they scared that it might destroy their brand, whether it's a football team or whatever. But you can't tell people these things because they always take it as feelings instead of business. When it comes to business, I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do to make this business work. Some things I might not agree with. It is what it is, though. Sacrifices have to be made. Some people out here don't even want to quit smoking to get a better job because they don't understand sacrifices have to be made. Instead, they'll say, man, ain't nothing wrong with smoking weed. And you're right, I guess, if you want to do it. But if you want a better paying job, then yeah, something's wrong with that. See how that works? Ain't nothing wrong with going to the club or the bar, right? But if it's getting in the way of you growing as a person and bettering your life, then yes, something's wrong with that. Sacrifices have to be made. If you think that he's not wrong for living his life, but he's wrong for jeopardizing his bag, and that's what y'all men are not getting. Because y'all still jeopardizing your bag for women that don't even care about you. I'm not saying every woman don't care about you, but you know, the right one, of course. But the wrong ones, they don't care about you. And y'all jeopardize y'all bag for that. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Because when you mention these things, you know, everybody act like you foreign, you know? They act like you're some alien foreigner. I don't get it, man. This is so easy to call. You know what I mean? You know, I don't defend Paul. I'm not judging Paul Pierce for living his life. I'm not saying he's bad for smoking weed or whatever the fuck he was doing. But the problem I have is you're moving the wrong way. You're jeopardizing your bag. And that probably was the best bag he has outside of him playing basketball. That's probably the best bag that he's going to get close enough to the money he was making playing basketball. That's why a lot of these athletes go broke. And that's why a lot of other people will go broke, because in their mind, they think if a basketball player gets a contract that he's cemented for life, to have a lot of money for life. And that's just not the way it is. That's why a lot of them are in broadcasting. So why would you jeopardize that bag? Your biggest bag that you can make outside of, you can't play basketball no more. And this is a good ass bag, and you're going to jeopardize it for posting a live video. And then the men co-sign and say that it's okay. It's not okay. That's the wrong way of moving as men. You can't move like that as men. You don't have that parachute. Just like I said about the women, for the most part, they have a parachute. They can always run to a guy. He might not be the guy they want, but there's somebody there. You don't have that parachute as a man, dog. Paul Pierce don't have that fucking parachute. He is the leader. He is the man. People are counting on him. Why the fuck would I jeopardize that? The post, I'm Paul Pierce. People know who the fuck I am. I have to move differently. With much given, much is given, much is tested. You have a responsibility. Little kids are looking up to you. LeBron James has a responsibility. That's why I like about LeBron James. You don't see him out here fighting and doing all this dumb shit. I ain't saying he's an angel, but you know, he moves a certain way. He understands that the spotlight is on him. You can't just move a certain way. They waiting for LeBron James to do something wrong. Oh, he's cheated on his wife. I told you he was a thug like the rest. You know what I'm saying? Waiting for him to slip up, right? It's not about being controlled. It's about doing what's best for your life. I signed up to this job. I bet you in his contract, you can't be doing this or that. I bet you something like that is in his contract. And he probably said, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. Right? I guarantee you he understands it, because he's a basketball player. He knows if I move a certain way and do some bullshit, there goes my contracts. There goes my endorsement deals. What do y'all think happened to Michael Vick with the dogs? Michael Vick may not have fought one dog. It could have been just his family fighting at his house or something, right? Don't matter. He lost all that. You can't move. You got to move. And Mike Vick is a good dude, in my opinion. So it ain't me saying that Paul Pierce is bad. It ain't me saying Michael Vick's bad or anybody else that want to live their life. But certain things, you have to move a certain way. If you want certain things, it comes with responsibilities. Even as a parent, I can't let my kids see everything I'm doing. I got to move carefully around my kids. If I have kids, I got to move carefully around them. I can't be like, well, I'm just living my life, son or daughter, so let me do what I want in front of you anytime, anywhere, because I'm not a bad person. Come on, y'all. You got to move a certain way when it comes to certain shit. That's just what it is, man. You know they waiting. You know the media waiting for you, man, to fuck up and do some dumb shit so they can crucify your ass. So they can have another topic to talk about to get their money. So you got to move carefully. The bigger you are, the more you got to move carefully, man. Say one thing, they blow it out of proportion. Oh, he said this, and they typing all type of shit. Regulate your thoughts. Don't get caught up in the mix, because the media is full of dirty tricks. Like Pac said. The game gets deeper. Just like the bigger you get as a man, oh, you got to watch everything. Oh, Tupac raped me. He got money, and I'm gonna say he raped me. Anything, man, anything. Deshaun Watson, I don't want to do this. Oh, well, there goes rape alligator. Oh, you don't want to keep this contract, huh, Deshaun? Okay, we got you. Don't worry about it. We the elite. We got billions of dollars. We'll just pay some women to say some shit out the blue. Now look at you. Should have signed your contract, right? See? It's a dirty ass world, man. Y'all got to understand this shit, man. Paul Pierce knew that, man. He knew. Because he's an athlete. He knows, man. So let me get this straight. A lot of y'all in this slave mentality think it's okay to post a picture smoking weed, but you got a contract at ESPN to feature kids. You think that's okay because Paul Pierce wants to live his life, which is fine. But you think it's okay to jeopardize that bag. Doesn't make sense to me. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. When you could have just kept the shit private. It makes no sense. You are a fucking athlete. Why you think you don't see so many of these athletes going on lives and shit? You see a couple of them like Tom Brady and a couple, but they like playing with their kids or something. Ain't no fucking famous people going live showing you their life like that. Because they can get ridiculed, man. You're not about to see Lil Wayne going live at a party showing y'all what they really be doing. It's not going to happen if he's smart. Because it could get twisted into a million different things. The media is waiting for a story. They need the next bit story so they can get paid. You know what I mean? So y'all got to remember these things, man. So the message is to men like, don't jeopardize your bag, man. If you feel like you've been controlled when it comes to getting a certain bag, then don't sign up for that bag. But if you sign up for that bag, take it serious. Everything you do in life as a man, take your fucking craft serious, man. So you can be the best at your shit. No time to play. No time to break rules. All the rules apply to everybody. The same rules apply, the same parameters, everything. Whatever you choose, whatever lane you choose, the same rules and parameters apply. You are not no different. So you got to abide by that. You chose that lane. Do your best at it, but don't try to skip past. Don't try to find ways and hold loopholes through shit. Unless, I take that back. When I say loopholes, I don't mean like try to find easier ways to make the lane that you in more beneficial. But what I mean, like trying to break rules like they don't apply to you. They apply to you. For instance, you own a fucking business, and you know that the health inspection people got to come and inspect this motherfucker. But you think, oh, well, I'm just going to sweep this shit under here. I'm not going to follow all the rules. It don't work that way, dog. You got to follow the rules. You signed up for this business. So you got to abide by the rules to be the best business you can be. You can't cut shortcuts. Not even just with the health inspection or whatever other examples, just with the customers in general. Oh, well, I don't care if I got an unsatisfied customer. You in the business, dog. Whether you cutting hair or whatever, take your shit serious. All your clients serious. Take them all serious. Don't be like, well, the rules don't apply to me. I can just treat my clients any way I want to. And I'm never going to fall off. Okay. Keep thinking that way. The rules apply to you. It's the same thing with marriage. You sign up for marriage. Don't think, oh, I'm just going to cut the corners and I ain't got to do as much as the next man or woman. Nah, you signed up for this, so take it serious. Or if not, then consequences are going to happen. Just like with Paul Pierce. Don't follow the rules, consequences happen. You don't really have enough money to get a car. You go out and get a car loan for something you can't afford. Not following the rules. Consequences happen. That will be your consequence. You got to play by the rules, man. Or don't play that game. If you don't like the rules to the game, to the certain lane or game, whatever you want to fucking call it. If you don't like the rules to that certain thing, then don't apply for it. Find something else. But don't try these cheat codes, man. Shortcuts don't get you nowhere. So that goes for marriage and anything. Don't apply to shit that you're not going to you're not going to abide by the rules for, because the same rules apply to you whether you try to find a cheat code or not. There is no cheat code to life. The only way you can get out of certain things is don't go through with it. Okay, I don't like the rules of marriage or relationship, so I'm not going to be in one. Versus, oh man, you know what? I don't like the rules of this, but I'm going to try to cheat through this shit and do all this and all that. That's when bad things happen to you, man. The rules don't apply to me. I'm invincible. Okay, Mr. Invincible. Oh, I'm going to work out, but I ain't going to keep no clean diet at all. Okay, and watch what happens. Ain't nothing going to fucking happen. Unless you're like 20 years old. Then you might be able to get away with it for now, but it's going to catch up with you. So even then, same rules apply. You open a business, like I said, if y'all just tuning in, people who open a business, you can't be like, well, I know the health inspect people are going to come, but I'm not going to abide by them rules because I don't want to be a slave and I'm not controlled. I don't work for nobody. I'm a boss. It don't matter if you're a fucking boss, dog. You got to apply by the rules of the health inspection safety rules. This is the lane you chose to open a business. You can't say, oh, well, hey, the rules don't apply to me. Okay, then you're not going to have a business. They about to shut this bitch down. See, they shut Paul Pierce's ass down because he didn't abide by the rules. We cannot have you at ESPN. We cannot let you jeopardize this. If I own a trucking company and one of my drivers decide to go live smoking weed, it don't matter how, it could be my fucking son if I have a son. Yep. Same rules apply, son. This is the lane you chose, right? So you got to abide by these rules. The moral is, people, whatever lane you choose in life, marriage, whatever, business, whatever, the same rules apply to you. So don't sign up for that fucking lane if you're not going to do your 100%. Stop looking for these cheat codes in life, man. There is none. There is none, man. Some people might even say it's a race thing. ESPN might not even wanted to let him go. But like I said, back to what I was saying. If I own a business, a trucking business, and my son went live smoking weed, right? I don't want to fire my son, but guess what? Hey, that label that's on there, that represents something. I can't let you destroy that. You want to go destroy a brand, go destroy your own shit. But you can't destroy mine. Give a fuck if you my son or not. I did this for us. And you're not destroying it. Because if you don't want to abide by the rules, maybe your brother do. Or maybe I'll give it to your sister. Or your mom still got to get a part of this. So if you don't want to abide by the rules, you got to go. Yeah, you still my son. I still love you. But when it comes to this shit, this trucking shit, this brand, by you going live smoking weed, now you're jeopardizing the family brand. So you got to go. Until you realize that the same rules apply and the same parameters, you have to go by the same way to get to the top, just like the rest. Ain't no fucking cheat code. You might find better ways to get through it, you know what I mean? But you're not gonna be able to cheat. You're not gonna go against the grain. You can't. You just know better. You just found better ways to go through it. That doesn't mean you went against the grain. You can't go against the grain. In marriage, you can't go against the grain. Your wife can love you to death, but you want to be fucking a bunch of other women? Well, at some point, she gonna say, fuck it, get out. I don't want you no more. It is what it fucking is, man. The moral of the story, man, before I go, man, is in life, man, we gotta abide by the rules, dog. Not saying you some slave. I already explained, even if you're a fucking boss, man. Even if you're a boss, the same rules apply. Okay, you're a boss. You still got to pay taxes. See, some people think, oh, I got all this money, I'm invincible. Still got to pay taxes. You still got to play by the rules of life, right? Everybody got to play by them rules. Still got to pay taxes. You got a food business, still got to do with a health inspection. Or maybe you got some type of business shipping something. You still going to have to put labels on your shit. You still got to abide by the rules to make your business a success. And most importantly, the customers. You still got to make sure they're satisfaction. They have satisfaction. So what, does that make you a slave because you want to make sure you work for your customers? If I ever have a business, I work for my customers, dog. Because they make my business work. So therefore I work for them, vice versa. They pay me for me working for them, basically, providing them what they want. And everybody's happy, right? But if you think, oh, I'm a boss, man, I ain't gotta listen to shit, you ain't gonna make it very far. That's that slave mentality I be talking about. Oh, I'm invincible, though. I'm the shit. Fuck everybody. It's not good, man. The warrior mentality does not need to be rah-rah. It just needs to be there in case somebody want to fuck with you. Or when you feel like giving up in life, when you feel like when you got to pull that shit up out of you to go harder, that's when you use the warrior mentality, not this unnecessary energy. You use it when you need it for shit that matters. You know what I'm saying? Not that bullshit. Oh, fuck you. You stepped in my shoe. Not that shit. The other shit, like, man, let's get this shit jumping, bro. Let's get this business popping, bro. Let's go half on this shit, dog. What you waiting on? That warrior mentality. And then when you open that business, you go hard as fuck. That warrior mentality. You have a kid, you go hard as fuck and been the best dad. That warrior mentality. You get a wife, you go hard as fuck and been the best husband. That warrior mentality. Or even if somebody jeopardizing you or jeopardizing your life or threatening you or something, then you bring on that other warrior mentality. But you don't just walk around just doing this shit all day, every day. Unnecessary, wasted energy. For what? Keep that shit right where you need it. Right inside whenever you need it. Plain and simple, y'all. No G on my chest. I don't need that within. But like the boy Jay said, man. But either way, man, you got to follow the rules, man, when it comes to this shit, man. You want to be a successful person, there's always going to be rules that you got to follow. You want to sell product. Well, you got to follow the rules. You got to find a manufacturer. You got to pay taxes. You know, you might be able to get around some taxes, but you ain't going to get around all of it. And most importantly, you got to satisfy your customers. You know what I'm saying? You work for somebody else's brand or something, you're going to have to follow their rules, you know? They might not even have even if they don't have a rule of, let's say you work for a company and a truck company or something. They don't even have a rule of you not smoking weed or something. Why would you still do it though? Everybody know you work for them. You're going to go live in their truck smoking weed or something. Why? Why would you do that? It don't make sense, man. Y'all get my point, man. Y'all have a good day, man. But yeah, man, I just wanted to touch on that shit. I know I went a little too long on it, but man, it has to be said, man, because a lot of people don't get this shit, man. They still don't get it, man. I'm hungry, dog. I'm trying to win in life, dog. That's all I think about, man. There's nothing left to live for but to win. And help other people win. Help other people change their lives too. Just like I'm trying to change mine. Just like people change mine. People help me change my life. I help them change theirs. That's what life's all about, man. To me, that's what life's all about, man. Changing our own life and changing other people's lives. I mean, what else? What's better? What better? What is there better? There is nothing better, you know? And yes, God is a part of us changing people's lives. So if people want to throw that religious stuff in there, God is better, and that's part of God. You becoming a great person is part of God. That's part of God's testimony, or your testimony, right? You helping other people with their life, that is God. What do you mean? So even then, like I said, man, life is about us improving and helping others improve, man. And I feel like that's a flaw that we have as men. You know, we don't want to follow the rules. Even if you are the boss, you still got rules. Even if you're a boss, you still got rules. You still got to make sure everybody eat. You still got to run your business right. You know what I mean? You got to follow guidelines within your business. You know, maybe you ship things. You gotta put on the labels. Maybe you make food, sell food. Gotta do the health inspection and all that. You gotta satisfy the customers, all this and all that. You know, you gotta pay your workers, all this and all that. There's rules in life, dog. There's no way around this shit. And even with the marriage and the parents, becoming a parent, marriage and all that, you still gotta follow rules. There's always rules. You're not getting around that rule shit unless you want to be unruly. Then your life is gonna be a fucking mess. LeBron James follows rules. Look at LeBron's worth. Look at Paul Pierce's worth. LeBron James do what Paul Pierce does. There is no Space Jam 2. I'm gonna say that shit again. LeBron James, if he does what Paul Pierce did, there is no Space Jam 2. There goes the Nike contract. There goes a lot of things that LeBron worked hard for. And he's his own boss too. He just happens to work for, he works for the Lakers, yeah. But he's his own boss too. Now people don't even want to come to LeBron James' restaurant. Oh man, he smoked weed or he cheated on his wife or anything. See, y'all destroying y'all bag, man. Y'all don't understand. By that image means a lot. I'm not saying Paul Pierce is a bad dude, but he knows better, man. You just can't move that way, man. You can't jeopardize your bag like that, man. And anybody who disagree, okay, wherever you work right now, go post a video live of you smoking weed. And if one of your employees see it, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a fucking problem, dog. Even worse, what if your kids see it? Kids see your dad or mom live smoking weed. See, it doesn't make you a bad person because you smoke the weed. It just makes it stupid for you to put it out there like that. Like, you gotta understand that people are looking up to you. If you're an athlete like Paul Pierce, people look up to you. If you're a parent, your kids look up to you. And maybe you got nieces and nephews that look up to you and things like that. But I guess people just, they don't get it, man. They just don't get it for whatever reason. You know, they don't want to win. You know what I mean? They don't want to follow the rules of life, I guess. You know? They think they're invisible. You know, the rules don't apply to them. They're going to find out in the end that, damn, these rules do apply. Now I got to fucking figure out to get out this hole. I should have just did it the right way. Open a business. I ain't worried about that shit, man. Y'all ain't got to pick up that. Fuck them health inspectors. You're going to find out the hard way, motherfucker. When that business failed because you didn't want to follow the rules, your ass going to be suffering. When it comes to finances, money management, man, I don't care about that, dog. I know I can't afford that $100,000 car. I'm going to get it on loan anyway. Fuck it. You're going to find out the hard way. Man, I ain't worried about no rubber, dog. I ain't wearing no rubber. Fuck that shit. You're going to find out the hard way. Man, I could do this all night. Hey, man, rules matter. Being unruly is not even worth it, dog. You got to be careful every step you take. As a man, we don't have no parachute. Even women got to be cautious too. I'm not saying they could just move reckless. They really can't. Because a lot of shit that is a mistake on a woman's part is even worse than what if a man made that same mistake sometimes. Like sex. That could be a worse mistake for a woman, more of a worse consequence than it is for men sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about that gun. I'm gonna carry the gun anyway. Don't follow the rules. Oh, now you gotta do 10. Now you're looking at 10 years because you thought that I don't have to worry about this gun. I don't care if I got a permit or not. I'm going to carry it any fucking way, right? Because rules don't apply to you, right? You don't care, right? You know you ain't supposed to have that gun, right? But you're going to do it anyway, right? Because can't nobody tell you nothing. The rules of life don't apply to you. You different. Remember how dudes, Ricky's dad and Boys in the Hood was? Oh, you different, huh? Yeah, that's a lot of y'all. That's a lot of y'all dudes, man. Oh, you different, right? AIDS don't apply to you. Herpes and shit don't apply to you, right? Yeah, I know, man. People don't like to hear the shit I be saying, but I don't give a fuck. It's some real shit that motherfuckers need to really just register in your head. Like, just think, like, okay, man. You know, I'm not invincible, man. Let me calm the fuck down a little bit and start making better, wiser decisions. That's it. That's all. Nobody's perfect. Hey, man, I'm out, man.